Please stand. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Class of 2024 President Seth Boddery will now lead us in the salute to the flag. Graduates, please remain standing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
graduating seniors, parents, school board members, honored guests, friends, family, and those joining us remotely. I welcome you to this beautiful outdoor athletic facility for the 147th commencement exercise of the Greenwich Central School. As most of you know, we at GCS believe that excellence is a tradition. These are not insincere words listed on a poster. Our tradition of excellence is based on the bedrock principles of hard work, a commitment to do our best, the acceptance of others for who they are, and a deep and abiding love of our community. You, the class of 2024, have demonstrated throughout your time in our school system that you have earned your place in Greenwich's long tradition of excellence. On behalf of the entire Greenwich Junior Senior High School staff, I thank you for setting an outstanding example for those students that will be following you in our school. You've been a joy to work with. Every group of graduating seniors can look back at their time in Greenwich and recall the many, many experiences that made up their journey. I hope that your reflections include many happy and heartwarming reflections. Before I list some of your extraordinary accomplishments, there's another group of amazing people that I want to recognize and I want to thank. This group of people have established our school's reputation as a school of excellence. They come to work each day committed to inspiring our students to develop into happy, healthy, and well-rounded citizens, capable of succeeding at whatever endeavors they choose to pursue after high school. I'm, of course, speaking of our incredible staff here in Greenwich. I know that some of our staff are able to be here tonight and that many others are watching this ceremony at home. At this time, I ask that everyone, but especially the graduates, rise and show your appreciation for the teachers and counselors, the bus drivers, the custodians, the groundskeepers, the teaching assistants, the teaching aides, and all the other support staff that have dedicated their professional lives to you. Please rise. Have a seat. You have a seat. Now let's talk about you guys, the class of 2024. Like so many that have come before you here at Greenwich, you've established your own legacy. Your legacy is defined by both individual achievement and collective excellence. In the end, you'll join the 146 previous graduating classes as one of the most accomplished groups in our school's long history. Let me quickly share with you some of your amazing academic achievements. 19 of you earned a New York State Regents Diploma, and 1 of you earned it with honors. 37 of you earned an Advanced Regents Diploma. This indicates that you are fully prepared academically to move into college or university if that is what you choose to do in your future. 8 of you earned your Advanced Regents Diploma with honors. This designation means that you graduated with above a 90 average on all of your Regents exams that you took while in our school. This incredible accomplishment is a direct result of many, many long hours of study and work. 2 of you earned your New York State High School Equivalency, otherwise known as the GED. This is a terrific accomplishment and demonstrates that you had what it takes to graduate from high school. 4 of you earned the Seal of Biliteracy in French, and we have our first Spanish Seal of Biliteracy this year, which demonstrates that you're a proficient speaker in both English, French, and Spanish. 39 of you earned your Seal of Civic Readiness this year. This designation demonstrates that you are well prepared to be positive and productive citizens. 10 of you earned a Career in Technical Education endorsement with your high school diploma. This endorsement indicates that you have met industry standards in your CTE program and are ready to excel in the world of employment if that's what you choose to do after graduation. 4 of you earned a Mastery in Science endorsement with your diploma. This endorsement indicates that you earned an average of 90 or better on the Regents exams that you took in science. And 9 of you earned Mastery in Math. This endorsement indicates that you earned above a 90 average or better on the Regents exams you took in math. Taken together, these academic achievements are proof of your collective commitment to hard work and academic success and deserve a round of applause. We in Greenwich take great pride in the accomplishments of our students. You are no exception. Members of your class are amazing artists and musicians. You've won numerous FBLA and mock trial contests. You've won awards at RPI science fairs and performed in all-county music festivals. Some of you have even performed at all-state music festivals. And members of this class earn national recognition when competing in FFA contests in Indianapolis. Many of you have also dedicated yourselves to various interscholastic athletic teams. During your athletic careers, members of your class competed for a New York State championship in competitive cheering, in football, in girls basketball, in outdoor track and field, and in softball. All of you that wore a Greenwich uniform did so with dignity and respect, upholding our school's long tradition of athletic success while setting the bar high for future Greenwich athletes. This past year, under your leadership, our high school was once again recognized for its students' superior academic performance. This spring, we learned that U.S. News & World Reports ranked your high school in the top 10% nationally. This achievement was earned by a collective commitment to scholarship by you and the professional excellence of our teachers. Whether it be academic or athletic achievements, however, that's not all that define your character or your legacy. Your eclectic and diverse talents were constantly on display at concerts, on our track, at FFA conventions, and on our athletic fields. The classes that will follow you will do well if they can emulate the commitment and hard work that you have made to maximize your opportunities while enrolled in our school. At this time, I ask everyone in attendance to stand and join me in recognizing the hard work, perseverance, dedication, and most importantly, all the achievements of the class of 2024. I know I speak for our entire community when I say to you, the class of 2024, you have earned your place in Greenwich High School's long history of excellence. At this point, I want to take a moment to recognize the members of the class of 2024 that have made a commitment to protect our country by joining our nation's armed forces after graduation. I can think of no more honorable and courageous endeavor than to protect the freedoms that we all enjoy. I ask that Daniel Brophy, Nicholas Campbell, and Hunter Logan rise to be recognized. What did I say? Dan Boley. I apologize. Thank you. Before I introduce our first speaker, I want to recognize a very special young person who has made a long-lasting impression on our school and community this past year. This student is quick to smile, broadly, and has been an active participant in our school community. Please join me in thanking Ludovica for being with us this year, for making our school a much richer place. At this time, I ask Ludo to please rise. On behalf of our school and community, Lud, we want to thank you for spending the year with us. You have added much to our school, and we hope that you have accumulated experiences and memories that will last a lifetime. Good luck in your future endeavors, and we hope that you will be able to come back to visit your friends here in Greenwich in the future. At this time, it's my pleasure to present our first student speaker, Mr. Noah Davis.
Good evening, fellow graduates, administrators, parents, friends, relatives, staff, and everyone that is here in attendance with us tonight. Thank you for being here to celebrate this milestone with all of us. I'm honored to be speaking with you tonight as your salutatorian, and I want to start by thanking everyone that has helped me get here. My parents, Olivia and Dylan, my siblings, obviously, sorry. You guys are my rocks, and I couldn't have done any of this without you or your never-ending support. To my other family members, all of my aunts and uncles, grandparents, cousins, and many friends, thank you for always being there to help me in any way that you possibly could. To all of the teachers I've learned from along the way, thank you for teaching me just about everything that I know, and specifically I want to thank Mr. S. for challenging me time and time again, Ms. Berghorn and Mr. Kelly for always believing in me, and of course, Mr. Nevins. If Mr. Nevins had not torn into my writing time and time again, this speech would not be nearly as good as it's about to be. Please do not silence your phone. If anyone gets like a Be Real notification, let me know so that I can take mine on time. I think this would be a really good picture. Also, I want to let you all know that of the countless assignments that I've had during my time at GCS, this speech was definitely the most difficult one for 3 reasons. First, I wasn't told how much time I would have to speak, so I wasn't really sure how long this should be, but I rest assured in knowing that Mr. Neese will definitely speak for double the length I do. Secondly, I wasn't told what I should write about, so this is my first time, guys, so I hope it's good. And thirdly, I mentally checked out for the summer back in May when I left the AP Calc exam, so forcing myself to write this was quite the struggle. But nevertheless, here we go, and hopefully I can get you to laugh at least once along the way. I'm going to be blunt with you all and say that the point of what I'm about to tell you does not exist. We're always told that everything we should say have some sort of point or contribute meaning, and this might contribute meaning, but there's absolutely no point to be made. I don't want to spend my time talking in hypotheticals and metaphorically about something that you need to do if you want to be successful. Instead, I want to spend my time talking about all of you and reminiscing on our 13 years worth of shared memories and experiences we have all had, because even though I'm the one talking, this speech is not about me, it's about all of us. Let's start with the funny stories, like the time that Hunter fell into the fountain in Washington, D.C., or all of the homecomings and proms that we have shared together, all of the games won and exciting trips we have gone on. All of these experiences are part of our time at GCS. And then, of course, we have the not-so-fun times, like that 2-year vacation where we couldn't leave our houses without a face mask, or that time that Sophia got Bitcoin scammed on Instagram. I'm sorry, Sophia. But of all the memories that we have, they have something in common. Each of these stories involve all of us in some way. While we might not have fallen into a fountain or personally gotten scammed, the rest of us were there to help each other. While only having about 60 people in your graduating class can seem like a curse since everyone is so close-knit and up in each other's business, it is also a blessing in disguise because we are all so close-knit and up in each other's business. There's something magical about this school. Some people will tell you that it's our facilities or the academics or the community. I've even heard someone call this place the Harvard of Washington County before. That was a new one. But while those things are all pretty solid, they are wrong. The thing that is so magical about this school, and Greenwich as a whole, is the people here. Every single one of us is what makes this school magical and makes this community a special place to live. We often get lost in the idea that something is special because it's the newest or the flashiest thing. GCS might not be the newest, flashiest place, but it is filled with an unparalleled group of people. I mean, this field is pretty flashy, but I think you guys are flashier. While our time at GCS has come to a close, that time has been nothing short of awesome because of each and every one of you. I'm so thankful and feel so very lucky that I was able to grow up surrounded by each of you. Thank you for being my friends, my classmates, my teammates, and the people I could always count on. Class of 2024, it has been an honor to spend the last 13 years of my life with all of you. As we leave GCS tonight together for one last time, I wish you all nothing but the best for your futures. I wish you success, I wish you happiness, and above all else, I wish for you to go out and find those people in your life that are unparalleled and make your life awesome. Class of 2024, congratulations on this momentous achievement, and good luck because you all deserve nothing but the best. Mic drop.
Thank you, Noah. Mr. Seth Bottery will now present his address.
How are we doing tonight? I feel that there is a time in everyone's life in which they are tested in some way, that they must face some great struggle which pushes them to their limit. This struggle can originate from anywhere, in any form. I, too, have recently confronted this struggle, and I would like to share the lesson I've learned. At the beginning of this year, I hated who I was. It ate away at me, and I was willing to take action, any action, to try and resolve that pain. I think at times we get caught up in ourselves, our way of doing things. We trap ourselves in how we want things to be instead of how things are, and we forget how to deal with reality. Everyone has gone through a struggle, and there are many more which await us in the future. We must be able to grave such tests and grapple with the situations we find ourselves in, for it's through persistence and perseverance that we may conquer all challenges in life. The question then arises, how do we gain such an ability? It's a difficult question to answer, but what I like to suggest is to think of life as a series of tunnels along a beautiful mountain pass. Though you may be traveling through the pitch black, pining over the light which bathed you before entering the tunnel, what awaits you on the other side may just be the most extravagant view which your eyes could ever behold. You'll have to make it through to find out. Life is always trying to knock you down and give you a bloody nose and kick your teeth in. But you need to make sure that you don't let it keep you down. You gotta be able to stand back up no matter how bad it hurts, no matter much you feel like giving in and raising that white flag. You just gotta make it through that tunnel. I find it's the human connections that I've made here that have allowed me to remind myself of the vistas that lie on the other end. You've all done so much more for me than you realize, and I am so thankful to have grown up with such a wonderful people. I would not have made it through that tunnel without you. Thank you.
Thank you, Seth. It's now my pleasure to introduce today's guest speaker, New York State Assemblywoman Carrie Warner. Ms. Warner earned her undergraduate degree from Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and her MBA from Santa Clara University in Santa Clara, California. Prior to her election to the New York State Assembly in 2014, Ms. Warner worked for 30 years in software and technical writing at companies including Dell and IBM. As the Assemblywoman from our 113th District, Ms. Warner has served as the chair of the Libraries and Education Technology Committee and as an active member of numerous other committees, including the Agriculture, Local Governments, and Small Business and Tourism Committees. Assemblywoman Warner has also been instrumental in helping our school secure grants to help support our award-winning FFA program. It is my great pleasure to welcome Assemblywoman Carrie Warner to the podium to address the class of 2024.
Good evening, class of 2024. I want to begin, however, by congratulating the parents, the grandparents, the aunts and uncles on successfully getting your child to this milestone in their young lives. They made it, and so did you. Congratulations. And with grateful thanks to the teachers, school administrators, and staff who have taught, guided, and mentored these remarkable young people through their years at the Greenwich schools. I'm grateful to Principal Nees and Superintendent Demley for your kind invitation to say a few words to these graduates. It is truly an honor and a privilege that I will cherish for a long time. I'm going to start with a confession, though. I'm a gamer. Oh, no, board games. Because, I'm really kind of old school. I love Rummy Cube, Monopoly, the Settlers of Catan. I used to like Pandemic until, we had a real one. But I have to say, my favorite one, the one I have played probably thousands of times with my nephew and nieces is the game of life. You know, the little cars with the pegs zooming around the board, making a different choice at every intersection. And we could play it over and over again and make different choices and see what life has to offer. And after countless hours of playing this game, I can say with confidence that just as in real life, success is not defined by the opportunities you're given, by the cards you draw, but by what you make of the opportunities you have. And in my life, I've had to learn how opportunities and risk-taking go hand in hand. Now, I've frequently described myself as belts and suspenders. I'm that kind of person. I always have plan A, but then there's plan B and C and sometimes even D. I took to heart what my parents told me when I was about your age, which is to always have something to fall back on. And I really do appreciate, maybe your parents told you the same thing, and honestly, I really do appreciate the wisdom of that. But what I have learned, what I can share with you, is that true success lies not in falling back on something, but on failing forward. Every adversity, every hurdle you have to jump or climb over is going to build the insight and the strength you need to get to the next milestone. Sure, have a plan, have a second plan, but always keep your eyes going forward. Now, you probably aren't going to believe this, but it's been 44 years since I sat in a chair just like you. And in those years, let me tell you, I've gotten jobs that I wanted, and I've lost jobs that I thought I wanted. I've loved and I've been loved. I lost it loved, and I found it again. I've made mistakes. I've struck out. I've been embarrassed. It happens. And wow, does it feel painful. Failure is going to be a part of your life. But know this, failure is a springboard to the future, and it's not the definition of who you are. Never. I'm not just going to give you a few little examples. Any of you ever seen a Disney movie or been to Disney World or dressed up like a Disney character? One in the back. Okay. Well, let me tell you, Disney did not have an easy start. At the age of 22, he was fired from his job at a newspaper because they said he lacked, get this, imagination and had no good ideas. Another example. See these light bulbs up here? Over the course of his life, Thomas Edison earned more than 1,000 patents for his inventions, including for the light bulb. He also had 1,000 unsuccessful attempts before he created that first light bulb. And one last example. Know Dr. Seuss, Ted Seuss Geisel? His first book was rejected by 27 publishers. And yet, his books have sold over 600 million copies. And I'm certain we each have our favorites. Green Eggs and Ham and The Grinch being top for me. Risk and reward go hand in hand. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. So, some from my life. 12 years ago, I agreed to participate in a milking contest, never having touched a cow. And let me tell you, good-naturedly, I lost each year until I found the value of a good partner. Thank you, Rachel Hall. I've been fortunate in my life to travel the world, but more often than not, I've been scared and lost in unfamiliar surroundings. But in the end, when I got home and I walked through JFK Airport and I saw that big, beautiful American flag, I have to say, I was kind of thrilled with the sense of accomplishment that came from successfully navigating in a country where the alphabet was not what I learned when I was in kindergarten. After nearly 30 years in the same career, I worked up the courage to run for public office. And I'm sure those of you who have run for student council or for an FFA officer position know what I mean when I say it takes courage to run for office. And this was a dream I had had since I was your age. And then I lost. But I held on to that courage, came back, and won. And at each juncture, I have discovered new talents, built new friendships, and found joy in new experiences. So while I have to say I always have my plan A and my plan B and my plan C, none of them have me falling back on anything. Because when I stumble, and I hope when you stumble, and experience tells me we will, I want us to put our talents and our skills to work and tumble forward onto the next. So graduates, here's my question for you. What are you going to do with what you have? And I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about talents. And I know some of you, so I know some of you have the gift of gab. You are great communicators. And some of you are analytical. Some of you know how to make good food spring from the earth. FFA students, I'm talking to you. Some of you have the gift of kindness and understanding. Some of you, the gift of long suffering. Some of you can run fast or jump high. Some have the gift of humor, and some the gift of patience. So what will you do with those gifts to build your life and to hopefully make your world and your community a better place? What risks are you willing to achieve your dreams? Okay, some of you are probably saying to yourself, not so comfortable with all this talk about risk-taking. Yes? Some of you? Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to offer to you. Do you remember what it felt like the first time you tried to get to the top of a swing set? It was risky, and maybe you were a bit certain if this was a good idea. But still, remember the effort you put into pushing harder and harder to get up to that pinnacle and maybe just swing all the way around? You remember how your stomach just lurched when the chain collapsed a little bit and you worried that maybe you were going to fall? Is this sounding familiar to anybody? Seeing some head nods. Okay. And do you remember the exhilaration when you got all the way up to that high point and instead of falling, you jumped and you landed on your feet? Oh, wait, you didn't land on your feet? Do you remember what happened next? Your mother, your father, your grandparents, your aunt or your uncle, they came rushing over. They picked you up, made sure you didn't have anything broken, dusted you off, and sent you back off on your way to try it again and again until you finally stuck the landing. So let me leave this with you. When you take big risks in life, and I really hope you do, and sometimes you find yourself failing, that same safety net you had as a kid, your parents, your family, your community, they will be there to pick you up, to dust you off, and to encourage you to try again. And you will do that for the people that you love. So, class of 2024, you started your high school career with a teacher and 28 muted box on a Zoom screen. Instead of lunch, instead of running into a friend at your locker, you FaceTimed during the break. Lunch was in your kitchen and not in the school cafeteria. You learned to adapt in difficult circumstances, and you learned to overcome fear to come back together in large groups. You have already forged paths that few had ever experienced before. You are truly ready to take on the world, and we can't wait to see what you accomplish next. So, class of 2024, from this moment on, you are just getting started. Congratulations and best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, Assemblywoman Warner. Please join me now in welcoming our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jen Steinle, to the podium.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Neese. Ms. Warner, thank you for your continued support of Greenwich Central School District. We are very thankful over and over and over again. You see us, you sincerely see us, and we thank you. I would like to take a moment to recognize the Board of Education members in attendance this evening. President Michael Conlon, Vice President Amy Wise Foster, and Trustee Thomas Powers. I'd also like to recognize and thank Mr. Neese and Mr. Cronin and network analyst Mr. Hillebrandt up in the box there, and all of the GCSD staff present tonight. Thank you for your service to the students of GCSD. Oh yeah, Molly, it's you. While I'm on my thankful parade, I want to thank Molly Abbott for gifting the district with her artwork to be hung this summer in the superintendent's permanent art gallery. I'm also thankful that we were able to locate your artwork today. So thank you for taking me on this special mission. I'm so glad we found it. Thank you for donating. You too. So some of you are wondering what happened to me. Well, yesterday I was playing the Bowlies in ping pong, and I wrestled them down and did win. I did break my wrist, but I still won. You should see what they look like under the gowns. Nice job, boys. Class of 2024, I am so happy to be here tonight. Earlier this year, I was asked to speak at a conference about being a female superintendent and what advice I would give to others pursuing careers in education. And what I shared that day applies to all of you today. And I want to thank Sophia Boyce for encouraging me to speak about that today. Whether you're going into the workforce or the military or college, all of these words apply to all of you just the same way that they apply to me. You are who you are because of your family and your school experiences. Embrace this. Kylie and Noah certainly embraced this last summer, and poor Noah the summer before, at the FFA tour. When they were assigned to me, I'm pretty sure by Miss B and Mr. Kelly, because they didn't want to listen to all of my questions, so they gave me to Kylie and Noah, of course, who had the patience of saints. And they answered all of my questions. Your family has taught you both to be patient and kind. Be there for others. This class does this very, very well. Sarah, Kelsey, and Cam invited me to learn the Waka Waka dance. Oh, yes, I see you, Kelsey. You're laughing, I know. Okay, they invited me to learn it and then perform it, yes, perform, at the pep rally. I don't know how they talked me into this. So during the lessons, I physically was crashing into Sarah, and I think I ran Cam over several times. I was going left, they were going right. It was terrible. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was out of shape and breathless. But they never made me feel out of place or silly. And then at the actual pep rally, Miguel played along. So when I went the wrong direction, he came with me. When I went backwards, he went backwards. When I went left, he went left, even though everybody else was doing the right thing. He was trying to help me blend in. We didn't have a shot at that, Miguel, but I thank you for that. You're always there for others. Be your authentic self. This class, I could truly tell a million stories about this class being authentic. But one of my favorites is when Nana came off the basketball court. Her mom knows this story because I called to tell her about it already. She came off the basketball court at HVCC for the last time, and she hugged each of her coaches and thanked them for all that they had taught her in all of her years here. Authentically you, Nana. Sydney also was her authentic self, perhaps, when she asked me for some gummy bears when I was sitting behind the team at a different game. And I did give you some gummy bears during the game because, of course, I would. But what Sid doesn't know is that when Sydney was being her authentic self, you got this authentic self in a little bit of trouble with that one. A little, yeah. Anywho, I was banned from sitting behind you all at any further games because of you, Miss Authentic Self, Sydney. Thank you. Make connections. This class does this beautifully too. So last fall, when this beautiful field opened, the bleachers weren't open yet, and we decided, well, actually we didn't, Coach Jensen decided that the seniors were gonna go be on the opposite side of the field, not if you remember this night. We were all over on the other side of the field. I volunteered to chaperone you. We should question Jensen's decision-making skills, obviously. We should never have been over there in the first place. Different story for a different day. Anyway, we're over there, and Dom has made a connection with Matthew, for sure. He is behind the other team in his bath towel or a cape. I don't know what that was that you were wearing, but you were in, you were connected, and you were connected to Matthew, except you kept yelling at the other team, too. You weren't, yeah, I know, I did yell at you. So I tried to make some connections with Dom, and I shimmied myself over several times, thinking that close proximity would slow him down, still screaming at Matthew and anybody else that would listen, but it didn't. And then finally, I did shove him a little bit, and then I remembered that he wasn't my actual child. I didn't have that connection with you. So I'm sorry, Dom, and to your mother, because you're not actually my child and I didn't mean to elbow you. But you did finally quiet down after that, which I appreciated very much. Have strong values. Know who you are and what you believe in. Recently, a student was doing a voice recording. I know you guys didn't think I was going to tell this story, did you? Okay. We were doing a voice recording over in the middle grade because we, instead of having just classical music in between while you're waiting for a number, we wanted to hear what all of you are doing. You know, are you going to the workforce? You go to the military? We had kindergartners saying they wanted to be an astronaut. And one particular student got a little flustered in this class and said a four-letter word, perhaps. And after that student was done profusely apologizing to me, he leaned over and he said, "Please don't tell my mother." Hunter, I never told your mother. Sorry, Rachel. It's a good story. Oddly enough, the same day, a group of students were walking through the parking lot near my office. Remember, we're speaking about values here. And I opened the window and I stuck my head out and I said, "Where are you all going?" And Caroline Kelly yelled back, "If we're skipping school, would you tell?" And then I think she realized her error and she said, "If we were skipping school to get ice cream, would you come?" Yes, Caroline, I might come for ice cream. And I don't know that I would tell you found my sweet spot. I could talk for days and days about this class, but what I want you to know about them is that they are kind, and this world needs more of that. To the class of 2024, in the words of Winston Churchill, be kind, but be fierce. You are needed now more than ever. Take up the mantle of change, for this is your time. Students, always be kind, but be, Greenwich, fierce. And remember that if times get tough, and they will, put on your goggles and your swimmies and tough it out. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Steinway. First row, please stand. Seth James Bottery. Noah Ryan Davis. Molly Abbott. Kylie A. Allen. Sydney L. Bapty. Daniel Henry Bowley. Isaiah Allen Bowley. Sophia Rosalise Boyce. Ludovica Bonfilioli. Daniel J. Brophy. Annabelle Guttesy. Nicholas S. Campbell. Matthew C. Conlon. Elizabeth Ann Darrow. Sarah Lynn Douglas. Lucas Arthur Irby. Jack Fortier. Jack Daniel Godfrey. Miguel Gonzalez. Alexis Herbst. Brody Hunt. Caroline Ruth Kelly. Izzy Grace Kirk. Kira Irene Kirk. Honora June LaRock. Hunter Joshua Logan. Kylie Rose Lundberg. Elizabeth Claire Markey. Allison Ray McQueen. Cameron James Meeker. Evan William Merrill. Allison Elizabeth Michael. Esther Rose Moore. Lily Catherine Nichols. Lucien A. Nemi. Anthony Michael Perry. James Ethan Perry. Joshua Marcus Poovey. Bradley Porter. Adriana Montecelilus Rojas. Maximus Alexander Rouse. Timothy Russell Rouse. Mia Angeline Sawsville. Nathan Allen Scheidecker. Kira J. Shields. Paul Simeon Sievers. Kelsey Sage Smith. Lipsha Isabel Stark. Dominic Vincent Stevens. Eli Aaron Straswimmer. Aaron Michael Stutzman, Jr. Cole Henry Swertner. Sophia Tomchek. Grant Wilson Traver. Jacob Asher Tromley. Dorothy Slim Van Pelt. Aiden D. Waite. Oakley Waters. Tyler Riley Walletz. I now ask our senior cheerleaders to come to the front of our students. I ask our students to rise and lead us in the singing of our school's alma mater. Students, you can find the alma mater in the back of your chairs. Great job, ladies. Seth Bottery, the class of 2024 president, will now lead the class of 2024 in the moving of the tassel. Please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Greenwich Central School District graduated class of 2024. Great summer. See you next year. Thank you.